problem today, there is a systemic solution. And literally the words just came out of my mouth, well, you should build youth villages.
Something I can say about Annie Heyman, the heart of love she had.
I remember the hugs.
Someone who would break every single barrier to help transform the lives of those who needed it the most.
Ni umubyeyi wahojeje abana.
Anne Heyman wanted to build a village where had the child had their parents, this is the world that the parents would have wanted the child to have.
She was a true mother to us. We had no families, we had nowhere to go. So Agahozo, the first impact I saw was to have a family.
Hari ababyeyi babanye na Anne kugeza uyu munsi bamwe baragiye ariko hari abagihari. Abo bagihari rero baribuka. Turibuka ibiganiro bye, turibuka inama ze, turibuka urukundo yaduhaga. Yajyaga ku mwana wese akamwegera akamubera igisubizo. Nanjye rero ndacyabikoraho.
The mamas that they give us here in Agahozo-Shalom, they create that room that you feel that you matter and you belong to this world. So for me, that's the gap that I had in my life.
I think the love stems from every single activity, every single action, every single moment I spend with my family members.
The love I got from the mama, from my siblings, created something in me, and it helped me a lot when I got married, when I gave birth to my first daughter.
Navuga ngo ibikorwa bya Anne aho yabisize byateye imbere. Iki kintu ni ikintu ni imyaka 10. Hari aho yabisize, hari naho byavuye, hari naho bigeze.
Anne wanted this village to be a model for others. And today we are working with over 150 schools in the country, and it will impact over 125,000 students.
I certainly don't take credit for this village. I might take credit for having the idea, but many people have many ideas. And having an idea in and of itself doesn't accomplish anything.
Don't wait for change to happen. As Gandhi said, be the change you want to see.
Annie Heyman's spirit still lives in us. We are living her legacy. I have a goal to graduate from high school and go to college. I want to also give back to community. That's my goal.
My goals is not only in the village, even in my society, is to look for those who lose hope and show them that there's still hope.
So what I'm doing in the community is to empower other orphans.
My plan is just to be a doctor and just help people through treating them.
Annie Heyman brought the light in my life. I owe her to pass that light because I believe in everyone that is a light.
I think I've had the ability to make a difference, and I stood up for it. You know, I didn't walk away from it. This thought popped into my head that, you know, Israel had a Holocaust, had thousands of orphans, doesn't have an orphan problem today. There is a systemic solution. And literally the words just came out of my mouth, well, you should build youth villages.
Something I can say about Annie Heyman, the heart of love she had.
I remember the hugs.
Someone who would break every single barrier to help transform the lives of those who needed it the most.
Ni umubyeyi wahojeje abana.
Anne Heyman wanted to build a village where had the child had their parents, this is the world that the parents would have wanted the child to have.
She was a true mother to us. We had no families, we had nowhere to go. So Agahozo, the first impact I saw was to have a family.
hari ababyeyi babanye na Anne kugeza uyu munsi, bamwe baragiye ariko hari abagihari. Abo bagihari rero baribuka, turibuka ibiganiro bye, turibuka inama ze, turibuka urukundo yaduhaga. Yajyaga ku mwana wese akamwegera akamubera igisubizo. Nanjye rero ndacyabikoraho.
The mamas that they give us here in Agahozo-Shalom, they create that room that you feel that you matter and you belong to this world. So for me, that's the gap that I had in my life.
I think the love stems from every single activity, every single action, every single moment I spend with my family members.
The love I got from the mama, from my siblings, created something in me, and it helped me a lot when I got married, when I gave birth to my first daughter.
Navuga ngo ibikorwa bya Anne aho yabisize byateye imbere. Iki kintu ni ikintu, ni imyaka 10. Hari aho yabisize, hari naho byavuye, hari naho bigeze.
And we wanted this village to be a model for others. And today we are working with over 150 schools in the country, and it will impact over 125,000 students.
I certainly don't take credit for this village. I might take credit for having the idea, but many people have many ideas. And having an idea in and of itself doesn't accomplish anything.
Don't wait for change to happen. As Gandhi said, be the change you want to see.
And Heyman's spirit still lives in us. We are living her legacy. I have a goal to graduate from high school and go to college. I want to also give back to community. That's my goal.
My goals is not only in the village, even in my society, is to look for those who lose hope and show them that there's still hope.
So what I'm doing in the community is to empower other orphans.
My plan is just to be a doctor and just help people through treating them.
And Heyman brought the light in my life. I owe her to pass that light because I believe in everyone that is a light.
I think I've had the ability to make a difference, and I stood up for it. You know, I didn't walk away from it. This thought popped into my head that, you know, Israel had a Holocaust, had thousands of orphans, doesn't have an orphan problem today. There is a systemic solution. And literally the words just came out of my mouth, well, you should build youth villages.
Something I can say about Anne Heyman, the heart of love she had.
I remember the hugs.
Someone who would break every single barrier to help transform the lives of those who needed it the most.
Ni umubyeyi wahojeje abana.
Anne Heyman wanted to build a village where had the child had their parents, this is the world that the parents would have wanted the child to have.
She was a true mother to us. We had no families, we had nowhere to go. So Agahozo, the first impact I saw was to have a family.
Hari ababyeyi babanye na Anne kugeza uyu munsi, bamwe baragiye ariko hari abagihari. Abo bagihari rero baribuka, turibuka ibiganiro bye, turibuka inama ze, turibuka urukundo yaduhaga. Yajyaga ku mwana wese akamwegera akamubera igisubizo. Nanjye rero ndacyabikoraho.
The mamas that they give us here in Agahozo-Shalom, they create that room that you feel that you matter and you belong to this world. So for me, that's the gap that I had in my life.
I think the love stems from every single activity, every single action, every single moment I spend with my family members.
The love I got from the mama, from my siblings, created something in me, and it helped me a lot when I got married, when I gave birth to my first daughter.
navuga ngo ibikorwa bya Ana aho yabisize byateye imbere. Iki kintu ni ikintu ni imyaka 10. Hari aho yabisize, hari naho byavuye, hari naho bigeze.
And wanted this village to be a model for others. And today we are working with over 150 schools in the country, and it will impact over 125,000 students.
I certainly don't take credit for this village. I might take credit for having the idea, but many people have many ideas. And having an idea in and of itself doesn't accomplish anything.
Don't wait for change to happen. As Gandhi said, be the change you want to see.
Heyman's spirit still lives in us. We are living her legacy. I have a goal to graduate from high school and go to college. I want to also give back to community. That's my goal.
My goal is not only in the village, even in my society, is to look for those who lose hope and show them that there's still hope.
So what I'm doing in the community is to empower other orphans.
My plan is just to be a doctor and just help people through treating them.
And Heyman brought the light in my life. I owe her to pass that light because I believe in everyone that is a light.
I think I've had the ability to make a difference, and I stood up for it. You know, I didn't walk away from it. This thought popped into my head that, you know, Israel had a Holocaust, had thousands of orphans, doesn't have an orphan problem today. There is a systemic solution. And literally the words just came out of my mouth, well, you should build youth villages.
Something I can say about Annie Heyman, the heart of love she had.
I remember the hugs.
Someone who would break every single barrier to help transform the lives of those who needed it the most.
ni umubyeyi wahojeje abana.
Heyman wanted to build a village where had the child had their parents, this is the world that the parents would have wanted the child to have.
She was a true mother to us. We had no families, we had nowhere to go. So Agahozo, the first impact I saw was to have a family.
Hari ababyeyi babanye na Anne kugeza uyu munsi, bamwe baragiye ariko hari abagihari. Abo bagihari rero baribuka, turibuka ibiganiro bye, turibuka inama ze, turibuka urukundo yaduhaga. Yajyaga ku mwana wese akamwegera akamubera igisubizo. Nanjye rero ndacyabikoraho.
The mamas that they give us here in Agahozo-Shalom, they create that room that you feel that you matter and you belong to this world. So for me, that's the gap that I had in my life.
I think the love stems from every single activity, every single action, every single moment I spend with my family members.
The love I got from the mama, from my siblings, created something in me, and it helped me a lot when I got married, when I gave birth to my first daughter.
Navuga ngo ibikorwa bya Anne aho yabisize byateye imbere. Iki kintu ni ikintu ni imyaka 10. Hari aho yabisize, hari naho byavuye, hari naho bigeze.
And wanted this village to be a model for others. And today we are working with over 150 schools in the country, and it will impact over 125,000 students.
I certainly don't take credit for this village. I might take credit for having the idea, but many people have many ideas. And having an idea in and of itself doesn't accomplish anything.
Don't wait for change to happen.
My dream is to see forward, to become someone, to help others, and to have a good life. Yes.
The story of Agahozo-Shalom is a miracle in many ways. In November of 2005, I learned of the orphan problem in Rwanda. And at that time, there were about 1.2 million orphans in Rwanda with no systemic solution to dealing with the problem. After the Second World War, there were hundreds and thousands of orphans who came to the new state of Israel. I wondered if the solution that had worked in Israel, which was really the creation of youth villages, is something that would work in Rwanda. Sitting at my computer in New York, somebody had told me about a man named Dr. Chaim Perry, who ran a youth village in Israel named Yamin Ord. And so I sent him an email. Dear Dr. Perry, you don't know me. I'm a housewife in New York, but this is my idea.
Hey, I'm going to change it to channel 11.
Copy.
Today's the day our first 125 kids arrive at ASYV, and that's really, obviously, a very momentous occasion for us. August 17th of last year was the groundbreaking, and today, a year later, there are kids moving in. And the other piece of that is, what are you waiting for? These kids are getting older by the minute, and the longer you wait, the more kids you miss.
These kids knew problems in their life. So, Agahozo-Shalom is an answer for them. It is a dream that can become reality.
The idea is to have village life, which is imitating real life, but unlike real life, this village life is taken care of by the kids themselves.
I think the excitement in the village about the kids coming today is really indescribable. The team that's here is really unbelievable. The volunteers from Israel and America are just amazing. We have 8 people who couldn't be better. This is going to be the vegetable garden here where we are.
Right now we're measuring where the houses are for the animals.
ראשון הפרות, לנו ביצים, כאן עולפות, שם או משתלה או מחסן.
In 4 years, we're going to have 700 people eating in the village every day. This is a lot of food that we have to grow, and the goal is to be able to sell our produce and to generate income for the village.
כמו שאנחנו אחרי השואה, גם שאלנו איפה היה כל העולם ולא היה תשובה. הם עברו משהו לא פחות קשה. אם אני יכול לתרום מעצמי שנה או יותר לפרויקט כזה, אז מבחינתי אני עושה את שלי.
Our Rwandan staff have hearts that are huge. They just cannot wait to get their hands on these kids and start working and get everything going.
אנחנו הרי רגילים כל הזמן שמזכירים אותנו בהקשרים השליליים. ופה אנחנו לא מקבלים, אלא באים אנחנו לתת.
Definitely things that reminds me of Yamin Ord, the symbolism in every single thing, and the reason that one building is in a certain place to inspire, having the school at the highest point to say that learning is our highest idea. Certain messages remind me of Yamin Ord, but there are also a lot of things that are very different.
The philosophy is in a way preparing the kids for their after-school era. It consists of living in a village and taking responsibility for their life together with the best school that we can provide for these kids.
Beautiful and safe from you, take away loneliness, the toy of strength, the shelter where we have grown. Gorgeous place, you restore our lives. Kuvugitangizwa n'umubyeyi Heyman, imvugo niyo ngiro rwego turata, ubutwari dutwaye ntibuzigera buzima musaruta yukangwa n'umuraba, tengamara sugira utere imbere.
Yeah, thank you so much. And now, I would like to introduce the theme of today's Village Time to you all. This Village Time has a theme that says, honoring and celebrating Heyman as a beacon of hope and inspiration. This Village Time is a village time in which we commemorate our hero Heyman. As to why all of us here sitting in this amphitheater, who is the reason as to why even this amphitheater is existing. She's the reason as to why we are all sitting here. Our hope was restored because of her heroic acts. And with that, we are very sad for she's not here right now to see how far we've gone. But so long as we commemorate her, rejoice, and be happy, wherever she is, she's also gonna be happy. So, without delaying, we are going to have an action of lighting the candles. So as they are preparing the candles, I would like every one of us, wherever you are sitting, yeah, thank you so much. I was saying that as they are preparing the candles, I want everyone, wherever we are, we reflect on the heroic acts of Heyman and even other heroes that we have in our country. They were all once kids like we are right now. They all had goals. They also encountered, like, they passed through teenage period. They all know, they were all once like kids as we are right now, which means even us, there is, if we work hard, we could be also heroes of the country or heroes. You're not a hero of your country only. You can be a hero of your family. You can be a hero of your village. You can be a hero in very many ways. So there is a hope that even us who are here, we could be heroes in one way or another. You can even be a hero of your friend. You can also be a hero to your friends. So, okay, I think the people who are supposed to light the candles are not yet ready, and we can't wait. Allow me to welcome the opening remarks by the one and only our Tonto, the country director. You're most welcome for opening remarks. Thank you so much.
Honorable Governor of the Eastern Province, dear CEO of ASYV, the board of the chair of the board of ASYV and friends, the Village Way family, the mamas, abamama, ndi kubona badusuye bambaye neza, ndi kubabona hagati muri twebwe, all staff who've been here and are here and are here today for this day. Auntie Phyllis, I see Auntie Phyllis at the back. Students, staff, all ASYV family. I see the executive secretary of our sector, the security officials, everyone, all protocol observed. Good evening. If you allow, the MC was talking about Anne Heyman, and if you allow, we are celebrating her life. This is going to be a celebration because there's a lot to celebrate. If you all allow to stand up for 1 minute to honor the life of Anne Heyman, and then I continue after, please. Thank you. Today, we gather to honor and remember a remarkable individual, Heyman, whose legacy continues to shine as a beacon of hope. Anne was a visionary leader and a compassionate soul who dedicated her life to transforming the lives of orphaned and vulnerable youth in Rwanda. Through the Agahozo-Shalom, the ASYV, Anne created a nurturing haven where healing and growth intertwine harmoniously. Her unwavering commitment and her love have left an indelible mark on countless lives, inspiring us to strive for a better world. As we reflect on Anne's incredible journey, let us remember her not only as the founder of this village, but also as a mother of its children. As of now, more than 1,300 has graduated from this place, and it has slightly more than 500 who are there every year. And we remember her as the founder, but also as the mother of all those children that go through ASYV. And not only that, when we teach and when we graduate our students, we talk about the Tikkun Olam and what they do out there and how many people they impact. So we do not talk about the impact that Anne has had on the youth in Rwanda only by looking at the people that go through ASYV, but also talking about the lives that all these people impact when they get outside of the ASYV gates. So her spirit lives on in the hearts of those she touched, and her vision continues to inspire us to pay it forward. Let us celebrate Anne Heyman's life by continuing her mission of hope, compassion, and resilience. May Anne's legacy guide us as we work together to create a brighter future for all. I thank you and I wish you a great time. As I said, this is a celebration of Anne Heyman's life. We're not going to be so sad. We're going to be celebrating the life of such an important and a great person that she has been. Thank you so much.
We remember Anne Heyman. We remember our founding mother. We remember.
We remember.
For her empowerment.
For her love.
For her legacy.
For her compassion.
For dedication.
We remember.
We remember.
We remember.
For her impact.
We remember that He has given us. He has given us a reflection of the contribution of Anne Heyman to this village and to this country as in general. So now, we are going to have a play of hope, and as it takes place, let's all try to learn something from it. Thank you so much.
Look inside you and be strong, and you'll finally that a hero lies in you. That a hero lies in you.
So, slavery. We are all meant to live for someone else's purposes. But if we only could see it in our perspective, that's what they said. It was God's intention for others to be on the top and others to be left down. But there came a man who knew God's real perspective, that all men were born equal, that a house cannot remain standing if it is divided. So we are all meant to be equal. In 1861, Abraham Lincoln established the Emancipation Proclamation, showing that all men are born equal. We are grateful for the heroism of Abraham Lincoln.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders, bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I have to run. I do what I can when I can, while I can for my people. While the clouds roll by, the stars fill the night, that's when I'm gonna stand up. Take my people with me, together we are going a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. inside. We're gonna start moving towards a separating line. I'm running through muddy waters. You know I've got a made up mind. And I don't mind if I lose any blood on my way to salvation. And I'll fight with the strength that I got until I die. So I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? I'm gonna keep on keeping on. And I know what's around that pain might be hard to face 'cause I'm alone. And I just went faith, but Lord knows I'll try. Just toss feet up the sky. Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. Can you hear freedom calling, calling me to answer? I'm gonna keep on keeping on. Oh, I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home, far across the river. I hear freedom calling, calling me to answer. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones. Oh, I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you. I go to prepare a place for you.
Uh, Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just here for a quick clarification. You've seen the beautiful art. That was a representation of our very own home heroes, Agatha Uwiringiyimana and Fred Gisa Rwigema. So, yes. So starting with Agatha, she she was a politician and she never actually accepted to participate in the genocide. She was meant to, and it led to her even losing her life. And it proves to us her strong humanity and bravery, and that's someone that I feel like many of us look up to, and we're so grateful for her. And the next person is a very, very strong pillar in our society. As as I grew up, I was always hearing of Fred Gisa. Gisa, he always believed in a united run. He actually was a refugee, and he didn't get to. He dreamed to be in his country. He could have, according to analysts, he had the opportunity to flourish away from his country. He had the opportunity to be a great individual, either financially or in power, but he chose to come back, risk his life, and die for his country. That also proves us that pushes us every single day, even if in the smallest of things. When I remember that people who are as young as we are, came to rescue their own country, risked everything, when tasked to do, or something is going hard, I'm like, my predecessors did this, and I feel like I can work just as hard as they did, so also to make it happen. So these are very, very strong heroes that I wanted to describe. Thank you very much.
I am here to talk about a heroine called Anne Frank, who was among people who were going to be killed in the Holocaust. This young girl kept diaries throughout the Holocaust, recording moments and different events that happened in the camp. So we thank her for the contribution she gave in keeping all that history in dark times.
check.
Ese mbuze wa nyumba iyo nkunze navuga. Oh no, whenever you make a wish I deliver. Ni graduation buri wese yanyumva. Any conversation about your nights baranyuta cyane bavuga ko nkuharaye. Mese normally bihoraho mi amor. My cocaine, I'm so addicted to you, mama. Since niba ubyumva nagukunze kuva kera. I'm so basi chalewa, tena we ni fenomena. Oh my baby, oh. Since niba ubyumva nagukunze kuva kera. Oh baby, oh. Since niba ubyumva tena we ni fenomena.
Mambo Mbaya.
Who is your hero?
Heyman.
Again, who is your hero?
Heyman.
A mother,
A brave woman.
a healer, our hero.
Her dreams were so extended to Rwandan youth, grieving in a far place where light can't reach and where hope wasn't known.
Her smile became a reason for companions to thrill, forget, instead live lives of purpose. She had a pure heart. She wasn't afraid of trusting anyone because she saw good in everyone.
Her vision saw you and I. And today, we are singing in a joy.
I want you to be here with me. No, it sounds crazy. I miss your laugh and I miss everything we used to be. And even if it were just for a while, God please give us the time. I can't do with the reality. There's nothing left I can do, 'cause my heart is just missing you.
Now, dancing like we're born doing so, bringing a pride to our village, going overseas to capture that gift that keeps on giving.
Education.
To her, nothing wasn't intentional. She put her life at risk on the horse to gain more hands, to give her hand to those in need.
She took journey not because she was amazed by looking the world, but because she was scared and she wanted to take care of hers and to heal our lives.
From the warmth of the word, our pain so pure, so deep that it made our hearts came in. I'm to Agahozo, Kuduhos.
We have healed.
We have dressed. We have learned.
We have achieved.
And now we are winners because of our comforting walls.
But today, 11 years hence gone with her, but her legacies stays with us.
Her love is still felt. Her kindness words are still heard because she stays in us.
It's honor and the bond that we share. Let's celebrate a remarkable life lived by a guardian angel.
If we wrote letters to our hero, we could write 365 letters every day, and they could all say thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My names are Mutonwase Bienveillance, and I'm with Boaz on guitar. And tonight we wanted to bless you with a song called Aniveata, and we would like to kindly request you to stand up and we sing together. Thank you. Aniveata neshaneta ola shane Aniveata neshaneta ola The song called One Day, and we will also sing it together. Sometimes I rain, I got them on, and I thank God I drown, but I never let it get me down. So when negativity's around, I know something, you will turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we wanna find no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, one I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will play one I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't wanna fight no more, there'll be no more wars, and our children will play one day, Thank you so much.
It all began with one woman. In 2005, while attending a talk about the 1994 genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda, Heyman learned that the country had 1.2 million orphans. Without a systematic solution to support the well-being and development of Rwanda's vast population of orphaned youth, many were being left behind. Anne recognized that to address their orphan crisis following the Holocaust, Israel built residential communities that ensure the orphans' safety, security, and the development. The following year, she began plans for ASYV, which opened in 2008, and as for 2015, hosts 500 children, taking its name from the Kinyarwanda word for place where tears are dried, and the Hebrew word for peace. The village offers children counseling, education, extracurricular activities, and opportunities to give back. Thank you. My name is Moses.
So thank you so much.
Ale was one of the staff here, one of the tonto. I was looking for somebody else to die because I couldn't believe she can die. And I took the road here just to confirm that she really died. And it was a painful truth. And we still feel like it's last year. We feel like it was last year that she died. I also want to continue with a message to my younger ones. It's been 13 since I left the village. Now I thank God that this village raised me. And I am who I am. And I think a big part of me actually was made from here. It was 11 years since she left, but she's still with us in our mindset of feeling that we have to pay it forward. And I want to remind you that we owe too many people. We owe to Anne Heyman, we owe her a lot. We owe her our success. We owe her to pay it forward. We owe her to make a beautiful world and a beautiful community. She believed in us. She believed in some people that she didn't even meet before. She trusted us, and I'm telling you that's a very expensive thing to trust in you. She trusted that we can be some people. We can live like other. We can make life. We can make it to our future. We can be the people that we are right now. I'm telling you, I'm a mother of two, and I think I learned some parenting skills from her. Like, I can say a lot about that, but I'm telling you that a big things that I do right now, I learned from Anne Heyman, staff, the village, the community, mothers, thank you so much, sisters, cousins, the loving community support that we got from here, friends, connection. That's why we are who we are. And we thank Anne Heyman for that. We owe to our nation that a large number of youth out there that keen to be here, but they didn't make it. Please, was one principal here for more education. He used to say in Kinyarwanda, I don't know, some people around can translate, nimusahuranwe ibi bintu ntibizaramba. I know it's harsh, but I'm telling you, it's truth. Take everything, every opportunity, and then go out. Because I'm telling you, outside of this fence, not many people that will be opening arms to hug you and to give you a good advice. So take everything and go out to make a beautiful world. We owe to each other here. Make a strong connection from here. I think some of the connection that I made from here, Ejide Kamzinzi, he's here, and actually I told him, Ejid, please say hi. Amnai, also grade Urumuri, and also one of my friend Karine there. I don't know where she went, but those are some strong connections that I made from village, from outside. Support each other, care to each other. Because I'm telling you, outside of this village, these faces that you are seeing here, they're the ones that we call for help, for advice, for the shoulder to lean, for the shoulder to cry on, and there will be the genuine friends that we'll be having outside. And I want to end this is last but not least, to thank you very much, to always welcome us to be part of this village. We love you, and we wish you all the best. we really want to see you making it outside, and we want you to come outside and meet us to make and continue this plan of an Heyman outside of the village. I was honored to invite Tonto Jesse. Please come here and invite for us the governor. Thank you so much.
Hello, everybody. It's a beautiful night. Thank you, Celestine. Thank you, AG. Thank you, all the alumni who are here. Yeah. So my role is now to serve as an MC. So I'm going to stand here. I have a few things to do. Bear with me. I first want to introduce on this special day a video by Seth Marin. Seth Marin is Anne's husband and also her son, Jason Marin. Let me introduce this video. Hopefully, it's going to play now. Thank you.
On the 11th anniversary of Anne's passing. Both a very sad day and an inspirational day.
We wanted to take a moment to share some stories about my mom. Growing up with Anne as a mother, I got to see what kind of a person she was every day, what an inspiration. She was the kind of person, she couldn't walk down the street without stopping for every single person in need, to talk to them, to hear their story, to help out, give from her own pocket whatever she had. I'll never forget, when I was in high school, I came back from school one day and I just learned about something terrible going on the other side of the world. And I asked my mom, why aren't we doing anything about this? And she said, we really should. So without any experience or any knowledge, she just started making phone calls and ended up putting together the biggest rally, well, not one of the biggest rallies in the history of Washington, D.C., the capital of the United States of America. She was someone who didn't let a lack of experience or a lack of knowledge stop her. If she saw something in the world that needed to be fixed, she would fix it. She didn't worry about can I. She'd say, if it has to be done, I'll do it.
And the proof is really in the village. I met Anne when we were in Israel after high school. She was 17 and I was 18, and we were on a kibbutz, and it took me literally minutes to notice her because, she was beautiful on the outside. What I got to know is how beautiful she was on the inside, and she was truly a pure soul. And after we left Israel, we both went back to the States, and we attended different universities. And then she went to law school. But it was with one of the programs that she did at my university, Tufts University, where it was a year-round programming, and she called it Moral Voices. And the first one was Moral Voices Against Genocide, where the students of Tufts learned about the Rwandan genocide against the Tutsi. And she asked the question, what's being done? What is happening to the kids? It was only 12 years after the genocide took place, so it was still very, very raw. And it was an impossible situation. There was no infrastructure, there was no ability, there was just the beginnings of a government. But none of that stopped her because she knew that at the time there were 9 million people in Rwanda and there were about 1.2 million orphans, and something had to be done. And she just could not let that go, even though it was on the other side of the world in a country she had never been to, knew virtually nothing about. And she didn't know anything about, an orphan problem or orphanages or what turned out to be building a village. Nothing in her life prepared her for that, or for the educational programs that came. And you can see there's nothing at the village that is not planned and programmed and has a purpose. Thinking about her life and having to travel between the United States and Israel and Rwanda to put this all together. The world is better off because you're there. The world is better off because Anne could not let that go. And we want that to be, it's an inspiration to us today. And we hope that it remains to be an inspiration for each one of you. The educational program in the village is a great basis for you. It's not going to teach you everything that you will have to know to achieve everything that you want to do in life. That doesn't mean you can't do it. This is a program that shows you that if you put your mind to it, and if you're stubborn enough, and if you're motivated enough, you could really do something that truly changes the world and makes the world a better place. And we are so happy every single day to know that you guys are benefiting from the work that Anne did, that we all did, that and knowing all of the wonderful things that you will do going forward with your lives.
As we think about my mom today, I want you all to know that she would be so proud of you. She would love all of you, and let's make her proud. Let's go out and make the world a better place.
I'm going to give my boy a kiss, but that kiss is for each and every one of you. Take care. See you soon.
Thank you, sir. And there is a hero in each one of us, and I think Anne's legacy lives in every one of us. I really want to thank all of our visitors who came in this particular time, our friends from the United States, our friends from Israel. You are the word that comes to us. Our Phyllis, our Auntie Phyllis, our graduates who are here, everybody who's here on this special night. Thank you, our governor, for being here with us tonight. Thank you. Thank you, our executive secretary, for being here with us. Thank you, our head of security, for being here with us. Tonight is a special night, and it's not a night, it's a night of reflection, it's a night of thinking about how each one of us can do something. Like the young person said here earlier, there is a hero in each one of us. I would like to call upon my good friend Muli. Muli, please come here. Muli has, and we are humbled, we are happy that you are. Please do share a few words with us.
Thank you, JC. It's hard for me to talk because I'm so thrilled, and I know it's an occasion dedicated to Anne, but I have to say that for me, that for us, you are the heroes. You are the real heroes. We had the privilege and the honor to meet Anne, to walk with Anne, to help her achieve and take a vision into reality. But today, 19 years after the meeting with Anne in Israel, in Yemin Ord, in the Village Way, you are an inspiration to us. And we come all the way from Israel, and now in one of the most difficult times for Israel. We come all the way here to get the inspiration from you. You are a symbol of hope, of resilience, of the power to rebuild a society out of crisis. And we are so happy, and we thank you for having us each time and to teach us how to create a better world. So thank you, Anne, and thank you, the students of ASYV and the alumni and the staff and JC. Thank you very much.
אני ואתה.
אמרו את זה קודם לפניי.
לא משנה. אני ואתה. תודה. Anne Heyman used to say, "No one alone." I'm going to mix languages a little bit because there is somebody very special to whom I would like to address, and maybe I might use some Kinyarwanda a little bit. Oh, Alois, you're next to them. Continue. Anne Heyman used to say, "No one does it alone." Before, when she built the village, she looked for many people. We have many mamas who were part of the beginning, but today is also a very special night. We have one of the best educators, if not the best educators, that Agahozo-Shalom has ever had. This person is our Papa Hilam. Mama Moise, Muzehano, Muzehano. Mama Moise na Papa Moise. Anis. So, this is Mama Moise. Mama Moise is one of our heroes because she allowed Papa Moise here to come. Papa Moise, that we call Papa Hilam, to come and be with us since the very beginning of the village. When Anne was going to build the village, she found him at SOS. And she said, when we are going to draw the village and to do everything, we want you to be part of it. He joined this village way before the village started, in 2007. He has everything from the construction to training the first people in the kitchen, but most importantly, he always said, his heart of giving, his heart of tikkun olam. He has fed hundreds of kids in the community during our holidays. Many of the kids who did not have good opportunities, he took care of them. He built a farm, he started a program called Kinusom, Who Are We? And this program enabled to take care of countless children outside of Agahozo. He and his team bought a plot of land outside of Agahozo, built a house. They called the house Tikkun Olam, and they donated the house to Agahozo-Shalom. And this house houses most of the staff who work here at Agahozo-Shalom. So, Papa Hiram, when I joined Agahozo-Shalom, he has been a great inspiration to me. He's been a father, he's been an uncle, he's been everything that I needed when I joined Agahozo-Shalom. And so, with all of this, there is so many stories I could share. There are so many stories to be shared. From all the kids who have been trained to become chefs and future chefs, to all the kids to whom he has taught farming and have had their own demonstration plots, to all the kids who struggle and said, let me show you how to use your hands and how to make money out of your hands. To all the kids who, when they were sick, when they had a flu, he grew some honey and gave them honey and lemons for them to heal. To all the kids who had stomach cramps and he created something to help them. To all the mamas who needed some help for their children, and he came and supported them in any way. For all of you who go to the kitchen, you see there are some small spots for special diets, for kids who don't eat salt, for kids who don't eat oil or anything. He's doing everything for everyone in particular. Papa Hiram na Abgavangura, na Toranya, yaradukunze twese.
Papa Ilam did not have any kind of impartiality. He loved each one of us dearly.
Mama Moise, turabashimira byimazeyo.
Mama Moise, we thank you.
Turabashimira kubera uburyo wamuduhaye.
We thank you for allowing us to have him.
None agiye mu zabukuru ariko umutima we uri kumwe natwe urigi.
He's now retiring, but his heart and his soul will always be in this village.
No mubyeyi hano.
He is a parent to us.
Nta bintu atadukoreye.
There is nothing he has not done for us.
Hari n'igihe yagiye mu gitondo abyuka kare agakora icyo bita connaître notre village. Murayizi?
At times, he would wake up in the morning and have this program he would call Knowing Our Village.
Akigisha abana kwiruka muri village hano.
And he will teach our kids to run in the village.
Akabigisha kugira ubuzima bwiza.
And to have a good life.
Akabigisha kumenya kwigira.
He will teach them about resilience.
Tuzahora rero tumushimira.
We'll always thank him and be grateful to him.
And for this reason, I would like to call our amazing chair of the board, Ben Snyder.
Kubw'iyo mpamvu tugiye gutumira board chair wacu, Ben Snyder.
Because we are celebrating heroism,
kuko turi kwizihiza ubutwari,
we are celebrating the life of Heyman, but tomorrow morning we are celebrating the lives of all these heroes, the Rwandan fallen heroes.
Ubu turi kwizihiza ubuzima bwa Heyman, ariko buracya twizihiza ubuzima bw'intwari zacu zose mu gihugu.
And we are also taking this moment to celebrate a living hero.
kandi dufashe uyu mwanya ngo twizihize ubuzima bw'intwari ikiri nzima ihumeka ikiri nzima.
So Ben, if you will allow me, please pass on this Spirit Award and Heyman's Spirit Award to
Ben agiye gushikiriza Papa Elam igikombe cya Anne Heyman Spirit Award.
I hate to put my boss on the spot, but I'm still going to put him on the spot because he's just that great. Just say a few words.
Maraho. It's always an honor to be on this stage, but to share this stage with Hilam is a special honor because we know he has been feeding not just the health physically, but the heart and soul of this community since before the village even began. And to see him honored with this award, which is it's an incredible honor for him to join others who have received this award. I could not be more honored to simply recognize all that he's given and all that we can learn from him, and that all of us who visit here, every time Sarah and I come, we, and I know our Israeli friends, we come here to learn and to grow. And Hilam is reflective of all of that and the best of all of you. So, Marakosi, Hilam, Marakosi, and thank you so much.
Papa Hilam, ese hari icyo watubwira.
Murakoze.
Thank you.
Uyu ni umugoroba ntagereranywa unyuze umutima wanjye uvuye mu musaruro wamvuye mu mutima.
This is a night like no other. I'm rejoiced from the bottom of my heart.
Uko uyu mubyeyi Anne Heyman yandokirise.
When this parent Anne Heyman recruited me,
nugukora k'umwuka kwari kubayeho ngo nzagira icyo nkora muri iki kigo.
It is the Spirit, the Holy Spirit at work that allowed me to do something in this village.
Ndavuga ibintu bitatu ntazibagirwa kugeza ngiye ahacecekerwa cyangwa se kugeza ngiye mu ijuru niba ribaho.
I'll talk about 3 things I'll never forget about in this life.
Uyu mubyeyi yansanze kwa Mayineri Heyman ni umudage nyiri ASYV.
This parent found me at Hermann Mainer, a German founder of SOS.
Ariko nza kumva ko nawe yitwa Anne Heyman.
But I also got to know that she was also called Anne Heyman.
Uburyo yandokirisemo burimo ubuhanga butagirwa na buri muntu wese kandi bugomba gutuma mbahangaha nkava hari icyo nkoze.
And the way she used to recruit me was full of wisdom that he pushed me to do something in this village.
Asura SOS bwa mbere aje gusura u Rwanda.
When she came to Rwanda for the first time and visited SOS,
yari kumwe na Sifa baramumpresenta muri SOS arambona ambaza izina ryanjye ko nitwa.
I was with Sifa, she found us at SOS, and then she asked me my name.
Mubwira ko nitwa Nsengiyumva Hiram.
And I told him my name was Nsengiyumva Hiram.
Yarambwiye ati ese nibura Hiramu uzi icyo bivuga.
And he asked me, do you know the meaning of your name Hilam?
Naramubwiye nti mbizi muri francophone nabisomye muri la Ruse de Poche.
And I told her that I knew the name's meaning from a dictionary named Larousse.
Yari kumwe na Sifa ndamubwira nti c'est un artiste phénicien.
And they told him that he used the name of an artist
qui a dirigé la construction du temple de Jérusalem.
that contributed to the contribution of a temple in Jerusalem
Au 10e siècle avant Jésus-Christ.
in the 10th century before Jesus Christ.
Yahise amuhobera arambwira ati exact.
And she told me that is true.
Yarambwiye ati turi kumwe kandi tuzabana.
And she immediately told me that we were together and that we'll live together.
Yaragiye sinarinzi aho tuzahurira.
She left. I never knew our ways would cross again.
Ariko bakora dine ya mbere yaje kuntumira muri Hotel Meridien.
But for the first dinner, she invited me to Hotel Méridien.
Ampresenta abaminisitiri bari bahari nka ba Murigande aravuga ati uyu ni umuntu tuzakorana.
And she presented me to different ministers at the time, and she introduced me and said, this is a person we're going to work with.
Byari iby'igiciro kuri nje gutera intambwe kubona nicarana n'abaminisitiri bo muri guverinoma.
It was precious for me, a man like me, to sit with ministers.
Ubwo nari mvuye hasi ngiye hejuru.
I was elevated.
Hashize nk'amezi 8.
After about 8 months,
yongeye kumpamagara mpamagarwa na Sifa aravuga ati twashakaga yuko wadusanga hano ku Gaseke Matiyasi ku biro byacu tukaja gusura site yacu iri Rwamagana.
She called me 8 months later and asked me if I could come with her to visit a site in Rwamagana.
Twarazanye amateka y'umuhanda wari mubi cyane waranyereraga mbona tugeranye hano kuri site yabo.
The road was slippery back then, but we were able to get here.
Uyu mubyeyi yari umuhanga kandi naho hari n'umuhanga.
This mother was very wise.
Ubwo twafashe inzira anjyana i Rwamagana tuja gusura governor Mutsindashaka.
We went to visit the governor at that time.
Ikinyuze gikomeye
Mutsindashaka.
Ikinyuze gikomeye.
What surprised me
nuko no gusoza urugendo rwanje muri village.
That it was the completion of my journey to come to the village.
Sezeho na governor ndagushimye mubyeyi.
And today marks the completion of my journey in the village, and the governor is present with us.
Ayo mahirwe agirwa n'abaki.
That opportunity, many of us don't have it.
Kuri inauguration ya village.
At the inauguration of the village,
nagenda simbuka kugira ngo nakereza abantu.
I've left behind some chapters that I won't take long.
Kuko introduction y'amateka yanje muri village ndimo ndandika igitabo gitoya.
Because I'm writing down a book that will talk about the introduction to this village, my introduction.
We remember Anne Heyman. We remember our founding mother. We remember.
We remember. For her empowerment.
For her love. For her legacy.
For her compassion.
For dedication. We remember.
We remember. We remember.
For her impact.
We remember.
To deliver a speech of inaugurating the dining hall.
Ndamubwira nti ngewe ni umufrancophonie ntabwo nzi Icyongereza neza.
And I say to him that I'm comfortable in the French language. I'm not familiar with English.
Yarambwiye ati niyo uvuga Ikinyarwanda ibyo uvuga ndabyumva.
And she said to me, even if you speak Kinyarwanda, I'll hear what you say.
Ikinshimishije rero nuko amagambo navuze azagaragara muri ico gitabo nuko atabaye amasigara cicaro.
What brings joy to my heart is that the words that I spoke on that day will be in that book that I'm about to publish.
Imbere ho gato mw'ico cyumweru azapfamo. Imbere ho gato mu cyumweru yapfuyemo.
And 1 week before she passed away,
yari kumwe na JC bavuye gusura Governor Mujawamariya.
She was with JC. They were from visiting the Governor Mujawamariya.
Ansanga mu biro nari naritemye ukuguru ndi mu murima.
And she found me in my office.
arambwira ati shomire rege mwereke ukuguru.
And she asked me to show her my leg.
Yari imfura, yari umubyeyi.
She was a mother indeed.
Yasomye bukuvi.
She looked at my legs.
Arambwira ati ngiye muri competition ya chevale.
And she told me that I'll participate in a horse competition.
Atari kuzi kubushize naje naravunitse amaguru mfite bande mu maguru.
But do you know the last time I came with an injury on my leg? And she told me, I don't know that I'll make it safe this time. Had I known what would happen, I would have prohibited her to go, but I didn't have the means to.
Ikindi cyanshimishije ndi mu bantu ba mbere bamenye inkuru ye ko amaze kuva mu mubiri.
And another thing that I would let you know is that I'm among the first people that got to know of the news of her passing.
Kuko hari abashitsi bari baje kwakira abana baba baraje bashasha.
Because we had visitors that were here to welcome a new cohort.
Babwira JC ko kugira ngo urusaku rushire n'amarira ashire.
And they advised to JC for people to not cry loud.
Agomba kureba umuntu yakundaga.
That he should look for a person they used to love. And he should look for that person and tell them about the news. And this person will come to bring comfort to others. She has been a mother to me.
Rwo gukora ku mujishi ahekesheje abanyarwanda yakuye mu bwigunge.
What happened, but what we were supposed to do was continue the legacy.
Ibyo bikorwa JC avuze rero n'utugabane duto kuri Anne Heyman.
What JC has shared as what he just shared is just a little about Anne Heyman.
Niko gukora ku mujishi ahekesheje abo yakuye mu bwigunge ngo bashobore gucutsa. Kamufashe ubundi ababyeyi bari hano bakuze muzi ko inkoshwa igira imijishe nke. Anne Heyman we arahetse.
And Heyman carried.
Nje ntacyo nakora ngo nkore ubufasha ngubwa Anne Heyman. Nakagabane gato ko gukora ku mujishi.
There is nothing that I can do, no portion that I can give to reach out to what Heyman has done. It is just a drop in the ocean.
Nico dusaba umuntu wese uri muri vira guhindurirwa muri uwo mwuka. And
that is what we ask you in the village, to be led by this spirit, this goodness that is beyond any other. I'm grateful to Mama Moise for 14 years. She has been a special parent. Ari nk'umuhamagaro kumara ukwezi utagera mu rugo amezi atanu agashira ni ikintu gikomeye. We know very well that being able to work in the village is a calling. You can spend more than a month without going back home.
Ingo zimwe zirasenyuka.
And some families fail, some marriages fail because of that.
Icyantangaje COVID.
What surprised me when the COVID epidemic started, the virus, it found me here. And I stayed here with volunteers.
Ambassade.
And when the embassy came to take home some of the visitors that were here, the volunteers, I stayed in this village until the end of the epidemic.
How many
wives do you know would allow that, tolerate that as this mother?
niyo mpamvu uyu mugoroba namuzanye nk'umuntu wangiriye impaka impamba itarashira akamfasha muri urwo rugendo.
And this is why I've brought her here today, because she has been a partner on this journey.
Turibuka umubyeyi wacu.
We remember our mother.
Icyo umuntu wese winjiye muri iriya rembo.
To each and every person that entered through the gates.
Ni ukureba iriya nyandiko ivuga ngo if you see fire you will go far.
And you read the slogan that says if you see far you'll be able, if you see far you'll go far.
Ntabwo ari muri metero enye.
It is not in 4 meters.
Ntabwo ari muri santimetero enye y'ibyo tujya n'ibyo tunywa tukaja mu bwiherero.
And it is not compared to what we eat and evacuate.
Ahubwo ni ukurenga imipaka.
But it is going beyond limitations.
Nkuko nawe yarenze imipaka y'ibihugu akaza muri Afrika.
The same way she went beyond limitation and borders and came to Africa.
Gushima kwanje nuko kumeze ibindi muzabisanga mw'icyo gitabo kuko nzagerageza kukinoza.
This is my thanksgiving. You get to know more in the book that I will publish.
Tushimye buri umwe wese waje hano ariko by'umwihariko bimvuye ku mutima. Nshimye bodi, nshimye abashitsi bavuye muri Israel Yemenoride.
We thank you all for being here, but especially I'm grateful to the board, to our visitors from Israel.
Abavuye Yemenoride ubushize bari banyambitse umudari wo kugomeza kumurikira village.
Last time the people from Yemen gave me a medal.
Ariko iyi mipaka ibaye ibibaye.
But we are limited by borders.
Icyakora sinzibagirwa village.
But one thing is for sure, I'll never forget about the village.
Nshimye na gavana waje hano kugira ngo amperekeze neza.
And I'm also grateful for the governor that is here for my farewell.
Nanjye ngiye nk'umukozi wa guverinoma.
I'm also going to be a worker in the government.
Nshimye n'ab'umutekano.
And I thank the security.
Kuko nabo baje gutanga umutekano hano.
I thank the security council that have brought security, safety with them.
Ibirenza aho umwuka wane Heyman agomeze kuganziriza muri twe.
And beyond that, let the spirit of Heyman keep explaining it to you.
Murakoze turi kumwe umuntu wese arasabwa gushira gatonyanga muri iyi nyanja.
We are still together in this journey and we are all required to put a drop in the ocean.
Imana iduhe umugisha.
May God bless us.
Round of applause. Papa Watch. Ngasubira mu mwanya wawe. Our Papa Hilam was welcomed to the Eastern Province, to Guamagana, to Ruona, by the then governor of the Eastern Province. And today he's being sent off by the governor of the Eastern Province and our local authorities. What an honor to have you here with us, Governor. Our governor is a great friend of ASYV, of Agahozo-Shalom. He knew of the village way before. He knows a lot of members of staff here at ASYV, and I think he also knew of Anne back in the days. Governor, it's an honor to have you with us. Would you please come and share your remarks? Merci.
Thank you, GC. The board chair, the CEO, vice mayor, guests, our mamas and papas, our kids, youth, muraho neza. Good evening. It's a great honor and a privilege for me to be here tonight as we celebrate Anne's life. Indeed, as you rightly put it, GC, I happen to know Anne in my previous deployment was when I was in the education sector at the University of Rwanda. By then, some years back, so we could interact because we are both in the education sector. So I had a few moments with her, and today I'm so humbled and privileged to be with you as we celebrate her life, as also we are celebrating the Heroes Day for our heroes. When we talk about Anne, it's not only what she did, it's rather the dedication and the passion she put in transforming lives of the Rwandan youth. We are counting today, if my numbers are right, close to 1,500 that graduated, plus the 500 that are still here. So you could imagine, you could really be, when you put not only the numbers there, but you put a face to those numbers, it's really an immense joy that we can be having tonight as we celebrate her life. Our youth got an education. They got home. They got mentorship. And more importantly, the healing. Every one of us here, and those who are not here, we have our own history. But when you look at the youth, the young men and ladies that were here performing the art, by the way, they are very talented. But you could see the joy, the enthusiasm, and our sister who's there, what's her name again? Celestine, and our papa here, and the documentary we saw, that is Anne. I cannot really add more on what they have just said, but I can simply give a special message to the youth that the love and the dedication, the passion we received from her, the only way, in my believing, we could really honor her life be to put it in action and light a candle, give a hand to the most vulnerable people, and make sure that you transform a life of someone, make sure that you light a way to someone else, you bring a joy to someone's life, and this way we could be able to celebrate her life in action. As again we are celebrating the Heroes Day, back to our history, back to 1994, when the RPA army by then stopped the genocide against the Tutsi. Then I'm taking you back to our history, where this country, everything was destroyed, including people's lives, no hope. But for the youth, we need to know that this country came very far. We need to know that the resilience that we keep talking about, the unity that we keep talking about, when you look at everybody here, you came from different corners of the country, right? You came here with a very different background, but you are here as a family. So Rwanda transformed from the ashes, from nothing, from the killings, from discrimination, to one unit. We are all Rwandans. So we are here because some people gave their lives to the country. I like the way the young man who was here put it, right, that those who liberated this country, they had the same age group like you, some of you here. So the love they had for the country, the courage they had, but also the dedication to have a home. So we can't just take it for granted. And the only way to honor those who passed away, our heroes, is to remain as Rwandans, different backgrounds, different parents, but knowing that there is always a cost to be where we want to go. But again, nothing can take us back, and you have a responsibility to make sure that nothing can take us back to where we come from. Parents, your elders are here. Your educators are here. Mama Moise, Papa Elam, and other mothers that are here. Some of them survived the genocide against the Tutsi. To the mothers and dads and papas that dedicated their life to working alongside Anne, because she's still with us, we thank you so much. Honestly, one by one will be going for, retirement, but I thank you, GC, for having invited some of them to come and also be with us tonight, and I'm very humbled to be standing before you and, congratulating you for having, developed something that today we can call a village that is very much open to the youth, that is also showing that it's not something that we can really be saying that we get it out here specifically because when you come here miles away and give your time to these youth, it's worth recognition. Humbly, thank you so much for the parents and the educators. To our guests, you've also traveled away long miles to come and be with us tonight. So we thank you so much for everything that you do for the village in a way or another. You will always be welcome in Rwanda, in our province, and through UGC, we can always be there to receiving you and also working with you as we develop this country, as we mentor and educate our young youth that is here present. So on behalf of the Eastern Province, I'm with my colleagues here, to UGC as the CEO on daily basis managing this, and your team, you have our full support. We'll be with you. So count on us. I'm an educator. Anytime I can come. They give a lecture to the youth here. Anytime I can come and give mentorship contribute again to the education of our youth here. And I'm speaking on my own behalf, but also with my colleagues that are here and those who are not here. Have an evening that is very vibrant. I see the kids can also keep dancing for us. God bless you. Murakoze cyane. He's insisting. Okay. He had already filed his request for the road. Yes. And I personally experienced it while driving to come here. Okay. Yeah, it's a yes. We are going to see how we're going to go.
Our visitors say maybe no more African massage after that. So, Governor, thank you. Na uvuga inyuma yanyu turabashimira byimazeyo. To all of us, Shabbat
Shalom.
We remember Anne Heyman. We remember our founding mother. We remember.
We remember. For her empowerment.
For her love. For her legacy.
For her compassion.
My dream is to see forward, to become someone, to help others, and